the invisible liability, mold and responsibility.
Hi folks, and welcome back to our podcast. Today's topic is hidden mold, because apparently a property can have a whole second life behind a dresser.
Usually, the life form you do not want to discover during an inspection.
Exactly. Landlords hear the word mold, and suddenly someone wants to order air testing, surface testing, DNA testing, possibly a test for the emotional well-being of the drywall.
And sometimes, all they get is an expensive report confirming that mold spores exist in the world. Which, frankly, we already knew.
So what does California guidance actually say?
Well, the California Department of Public Health does not recommend routine air-spore testing to determine health risk. If you can see mold, smell something musty, find water damage, warped flooring, peeling paint, or damp material, the real question is, where is the moisture coming from?
So mold is the symptom, dampness is the cause.
It's right. Fix the water source first. Otherwise, you can clean it, bleach it, paint it, say a small prayer over it, and it will come back.
And under California Health and Safety Code, section 17,920.3, dampness or visible mold that endangers health can make a unit substandard.
Right. This is not about making every bathroom sparkle like a hotel brochure. It is about identifying conditions that create a health risk and correcting them before they become a much bigger and more expensive problem.
We have a few callers. Let's go to Jordan in Oxnard. Jordan, you're on the air.
Hi, Dustin and Jeff. During my last routine inspection, I found a large patch of mold behind a tenant's dresser. They had never reported any dampness or leak. My lease says tenants must notify us, but what should I do now?
Well, Jordan, I have dealt with a very similar property management situation. You walk into a unit, move one piece of furniture, and suddenly realize the wall has been quietly collecting evidence for who knows how long.
So the tenant's failure to report it does not end the owner's responsibility?
No, the condition still needs attention, but the tenant's failure to report it can matter. Tenants are expected to notify the owner or manager of dampness or mold concerns. If you have inspection photos showing the area was clear 3 months ago, written maintenance procedures, and no report from the tenant, that documentation may matter later.
In other words, inspect regularly, take photos, and do not rely on the magical phrase, "Nobody told me."
Exactly. Nobody told me is not a moisture control plan.
We have another caller. Hi, Jean from Ventura, and welcome.
Hi, guys. My tenant has mold in the bathroom, but I think they never use the exhaust fan. The fan works and vents outside. If they refuse to use it, is that still all on me?
This is the classic gray area, Jean. I will suggest first, make sure the fan really works and really vents outside. A fan that makes noise but sends moisture into an attic or nowhere useful is basically just a tiny bathroom comedian. If the ventilation is working and a code officer determines that the condition resulted from the tenant not using available ventilation, that may affect responsibility. But the owner should still inspect, document, communicate, and correct any property-related issue found.
So I should put the guidance in writing?
Absolutely. Document that the fan works, remind the tenant to run it during and after showers, and keep records of inspections and maintenance. Small prevention is cheaper than replacing drywall, flooring, cabinets, and possibly a tenant relationship.
Jeff, so what is the one thing owners should remember?
Do not wait for mold to introduce itself. If you smell mustiness, see bubbling paint, water staining, warped flooring, or condensation, investigate. The goal is not to win an argument after the damage is done. The goal is to stop the moisture before it becomes a property and liability problem.
Wise words. Stay dry, stay proactive, and please move the dresser once in a while. And see you next time. Woof.